This episode of Keeping It a Buck is proudly sponsored by Skyrocket Apparel, the Central Valley's go-to brand for custom youth sports apparel and uniform. Whether you need team gear, custom uniforms, warm-ups, or fan apparel, Skyrocket delivers premium quality and standout designs for programs that want to look their best. Make sure to follow Skyrocket on Instagram and across all major social media platforms. Skyrocket Apparel, wear what lifts you.
Fair warning, this podcast is a collection of coaches talking football and having fun. We take the game way too serious, so you don't have to. Coaches, parents, and players are all fair game for jokes. If we poke fun at you, it's because you're a part of our football family. Sit back, laugh with us, learn something along the way, and remember, it's all meant in good fun.
Keeping it a buck, man. Hey, it's soulful.
This guy. All right, Coach T, we're back at it with episode 3, and on episode 3, we're going to be talking about what makes a good youth football coach.
Yes, sir. Let's get to it.
There's a lot of good coaches out there doing good things for the community. We just kind of want to give our thoughts on what makes a good coach, and it's our opinions, and everybody kind of has their own view on this, but we thought we'd talk about it and get straight to it. So what do you think about winning? Is winning everything, Coach?
In my opinion, no, I don't think winning is everything. No, I think developing, teaching fundamentals. I think those are the main key factors, and building a relationship with the kids, man. That's a big factor to me.
Are you keeping it a buck?
No, I'm not.
Hey, would you rather 10-1 without a championship still a successful season to you?
Oh yes, man. Yeah, of course it is. You're not gonna win Super Bowl every year. So you're having a 10-1, you didn't make the Super Bowl. That tells me you had a great season. Kids was, fundamentally sound. Yeah, man, that's still a great season.
What if you've never won a championship, you're in your 10th season, and you got a good team? Do you sacrifice and just go for it, and winning is
Yeah, at
everything
that
at that
point, man,
point?
it's time. Yeah, at that point, it's time to sacrifice something, bro.
Oh,
Hey,
man.
man. Fundamental stuff go out the window then, bro. It's time to get. You gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah, I think that development is key to what makes a good coach and planning practices out. For myself, I've learned from the high school ranks when I was playing that a detailed practice plan always breeds success for these kids, and every kid can be developed and every kid can get better. And that's actually one of the cool things about being a coach is in that 6-month period of them playing ball, seeing all the kids develop, get better, whether it's their feet work, blocking, tackling. But yeah, man, that's one of the most fulfilling things as a coach. But yeah, I think for me, I'm like, development is definitely up there, but winning's up there as well. So it kind of goes, for me, it goes hand
It
in
goes
hand.
hand in hand. Yeah, it goes hand in hand. Like you're not like I say, you're not gonna win Super Bowl every year. So as long as you're having a good season, a winning season, it might be a team out there in your league that just got more talent than you got. It don't matter how good you coach. They might got 4 or 5 studs. That it is what it is.
I've had teams in the past that started off slow, didn't look so hot. As the season went on, the commitment from the kids being there at practice, which is essentially the parents bringing their kids to
Yeah.
practice, allowed the time for the kids to be developed, and winning started happening once the kids started developing and becoming more comfortable at what they're doing.
Totally agree. Do you feel like some kids you just can't develop because they just give no effort, or do you feel like it doesn't matter? Every kid could get developed.
Not all kids are born to be great athletes, and there's some kids out there that are just not good athletes, but their ceiling looks much different than your star running back's ceiling. And it's as long
Yeah.
as they get developed within their range, that's key. And they just keep building on that year after year.
Yeah, like what if they don't give no effort? Like what if you have a 6-year-old just
Oh
wanting to play in the
man.
grass all day?
Oh man. 6-year-olds I think are a whole lot different. That's a tough age to coach, and it's a tough age for me to coach. I'm not made for junior novice. My style of coaching is push the kids to give the effort and do their best that way. And essentially it's accountability and discipline and all that. Junior novice is junior novice, Coach T. I think you might be one of the few that's figured out that level. Oh man, that's a rough level, man.
It
Uh,
is.
yeah, the kids really start changing when they're about 8 years old. Like they start maturing, but by 9 and 10, we're not playing with butterflies and flowers and whatnot, man. Hey, we're hitting sleds. Hey, man, we're developing. We're doing what we got to do to develop these kids. They're blocking. They're tackling. Yeah, we're doing what we have to
Getting
do.
them ready, huh?
Get them ready. If they don't want to give effort at that point and they're dogging it, and it's a
Yeah.
conversation for.
Yeah,
But
conversation for mom and dad, and see what the heck is going on. Yeah.
yeah, well, here's the thing too. Is like not all our programs are the same. So there's some programs out there, dude, that you have just straight dogs, like 1 through 30, and you know what you're signing up for when you go there. There's a lot of programs where half the team is still developing and they're young, immature, whatnot, and you got to figure out what makes these kids tick. It's a whole lot more than just like pushing these kids with effort and discipline. I've had good coaches. Speaking of, he's actually was shouted out, but Coach Frank has been a really good coach on our staff to level with the kids, to meet them where they're at, see what's going
Yeah.
on, and he finds ways to motivate them much differently than I do. But yeah, there's every program's different with the types of kids you get.
Do want to set the record straight. Now, the goal is to win the Super Bowl. So I don't want everybody to say it's not the goal. So the goal is obviously to win the championship. Now, what I'm saying is if you don't win it and you still have a winning record, doesn't mean, your season was trash or you're a bad coach just because you went 81, 91, or whatever, you didn't win a championship. That's not what I'm saying. So the goal is to win the Super Bowl.
Right,
So
right. What else makes a good coach?
a great coach is, not on the field but off the field. So I had a great coach named Mr. J. He was always call my dad, check on me. Hey, how's Kenny doing? This and this and that. Even when I left middle school, when I went to high school, I wasn't his player anymore. He still checked on me. He still cared. Yeah, so I believe that what you do off the field matters also.
Young Coach T was a knucklehead. You had a coach check on you?
Hey, yeah, he cared, bro. He just make sure, hey, man, keep him on the right track. Hey, let him know how he doing, Yeah, hey, that's
square
a
him
coach
up,
that
man.
cares, bro. Yeah.
Yep.
Just because I ain't dropping 30 points for him no more doesn't mean he can't check on me.
Coach T was a hooper back in his days.
Oh, man, a great hooper.
A few more things about coaching. I think in a program, everybody kind of needs to know like where they fall in. Essentially, the head coach got to really lock in. If you're going to take that role, you got to be a head coach through and through for 6 months, leading your team with a vision and a plan, and having assistant coaches. Also, all the assistant coaches, we need you out there, but you got to lock in as much as the head coach. If you're the running backs or line coach, you gotta know what drills you got going on for the kids. You got to be focused on your position, and that matters a lot in building
It
team
does.
success.
Hey, assistant coaches, man, they go a long way. You got to have some solid assistant coaches. If you're a head coach and you get blessed with a couple good assistant coaches, man, they don't take it for granted. For real. So that goes a long way. Trust me.
Yep. Well, let's kick it over to Keeping It a Buck.
Keeping it a buck.
On today's Keeping It a Buck, we just wanted to shout out some of the coaches that we've had and some of the coaches that were shouted out in the comments and in the DMs. All right, Coach, let me get on the ones and twos, get a beat going for the crowd while we do this Keeping It a Buck for all these coaches. I want to shout out a couple of my coaches, a coach or two that I've had. By far, the coach that had the most impact in my coaching style in football, just Coach Rees from Davis High School in Modesto. He was my JV head coach and then my DC for my junior year and senior year in high school. Yeah, man, this guy led with the iron fist, man. He was a true coach when it came to accountability, discipline, effort, man. He coached 70 kids on my JV B team. Man, every single one of those kids gave effort, man. Yeah, I got a quick story about him and the kind of style practice he would run. Man, I don't know what we did.
What you did.
Tell you something. This dude, his jaw had muscles, and they looked like fish gills when he was pissed. Hey, man, they were just flexing, and you knew when those muscles were flexing on his jaw, we were done.
Yeah.
I could remember him having enough, lining us up on the gassers. It was like about 30 gassers in. Everybody's puking, everybody's just had enough. But from that day forward, man, you couldn't hear a pin drop at practice.
Hey, he had you boys locked in. That's what it takes.
Yeah, he had us locked in, man. He really focused on developing us, and we were champions that year, man. It was a great season. He was a great coach, and me personally, what I've noticed is that the coaches that have impacted the way I do things were actually the hardest coaches I had. Coach Lanfear, which is, I believe, Grigori Stadium's named after him. He was my O-line coach, man, and this dude was legit. We'd be over there hitting the sled, 30 minutes. Hey, let's go. We're going to the sled. We get on the sled. Hey, here comes a 300-pound man, 6'3", just bam, on the sled. Just driving him, man.
Hey.
He was like that, man, and those two guys for sure had the biggest impact, man. They pushed us to be great.
Coach Reeves, man, you gotta hit him up, man. You gotta follow his recipe, shall I say. You gotta follow that recipe, man. Yeah, man. Great coaches. President David on the Raiders, Little David's son on the Raiders, Billy for the Youth. They have no kids, literally no kids in the program. He's the president, and the son is a coach. They're both coaches, so they have no kids, and they do a hell of a job running the program, and they really out there for the youth, like literally. So shout out to them guys for having no kids and still having a hell of a drive, for the youth.
Yep, shout out to them. Great job. I want to get into the comments. Coach T. Merchant, looks like he's the president of the Tracy Rampage. He wanted to shout out a handful of coaches. One of them is Tom Longacker. He said that he changed his life, and then he has a handful of coaches that they're all for the kids and have helped these kids out. So you got Coach Sean, it looks like. We got Coach Enrique. Coach Emil Anderson. Coach Gus. Let's go. Coach Bryce. Coach Knowledge. Hey, shout out to you guys, man. We appreciate what you guys doing for the kids. We also got Arlena shouting out Coach Jamal and Coach Frank from the Salida Eagles, saying that they're true definitions of real coaches on and off the field. Can't thank them enough.
Hey, Jamal?
Yeah. We got Yard shouting out Coach Jamal and Coach David. We got Coach Anthony from the Ripon Knights. I want to give a shout out to President Coach Jamal Longstrath. Even though I want to give love to my guys with the Knights, I want to shout out someone not from within. I've been around Jamal for over a year, coached against him. He's coached my kid twice at AU basketball, and I helped coach the all-star football team that he ran. He really is about the kids and puts everything he has into it. He's a kindred spirit when it comes to coaching, doesn't take it overly serious, but will do his best to coach up the players. I mean, when we coached against each other, the head ref took us both to the side after the game, and he told us that this was the best sportsmanship game I have ever reffed in a long time. More coaches should be like you guys. So Coach Jamal getting some love. Episode 4, we got to get Coach Jamal on the pod?
We'll get him on the pod.
All right. You got any coaches you want to shout out?
Yeah, I make only shout out to Coach B for JV Raiders last year.
Super Bowl champ.
Coach Ant Ripon Knights on novice last year. Coach Jamal, Coach Dave, the Patterson coach on junior novice. Alien, I call him Alien Dad. That's his son on novice, but it's the Alien Dad. Yeah, man, I want to shout out those coaches, man. They do a great job. Those are the coaches I communicate with, and they're really for the youth, man. So yeah, I'm going to shout out to those coaches.
Shout out to Coach Josh with the Chiefs. He's doing a great job with them out there. Hey, one of the biggest shout outs too is Vince Carter with Elevate. Vince is huge in the community and developing the kids as athletes, all the strength and speed training. He has impacted a lot of kids in the Stockton area, giving them something to do, an outlet. And now he's leading the way with 7-on-7 and girls flag football. He's really trying to get these kids into colleges and whatnot, and he's doing a great job for us in the Valley.
Keep it up, man. Keep it up, Vince.
All right, man. Another thing we're going to be doing is consolidate these highlight plays on Fridays. What are we going to call it, Coach? Friday Night Future?
Yeah, Friday Night Future, man.
Friday Night Future, featuring all the youth football kids out there. So if you got any clips, any highlights, send them to the inbox or follow us on the page. We'll find you.
And we'll interview a few kids too, man.
Yep. As the pod gets rolling, we'll make sure we get some of you guys on the pod.
Yeah.
All right, man. Keep it a buck.